So today I'm going to tell you the biggest thing that held me back from starting to make some money online. Welcome to this video, guys. My name is Vincent. Today I'm going to talk to you about a concept and kind of like a limiting belief that most people have, and I had in the beginning, that kind of just hold me back from starting to make some money online and from getting my first agency client. And this was just something that's so frustrating looking back. So this is basically feeling like you need to know everything in advance. And what I mean by that is, most people out there who want to start an agency, for example, or it can even be anything like Amazon FBA, Shopify, any type of online business really. Most people are like, okay, what's the best course to buy on this? Or like, how can I find out all the little details? How do I do contracts? How do I do this specific part of Facebook ads? Or how do I create this specific kind of content? And people just get lost in the details and not actually get started. And I know that was me in the beginning. I probably waited over half a year before I actually got started. And here's the hard truth, guys. If you want to start an agency, for example, until you don't have a client, you don't have a business. So what I think you should be really just focusing on is not these small details in the beginning. Sure, you need to make sure that eventually, you get every single part of your business right, and you learn all the different tactics and all the different small stuff inside of your business. But in the beginning, all your energy should be on getting customers for your business and starting to make some cash flow, because until you don't have cash flow, you don't really have a business. So that's what I would recommend to you guys, is not to wait until you have the money to buy that course that you want to buy, or not to wait until you know all the different steps that you need to take 10 years in advance. Because until you don't take that first step, you're never gonna get to the 10th step. And this is something I know it's so kind of hard to comprehend, because in the beginning, this whole process of starting an online business is just so scary, because you don't know what can happen and everything. But especially, a lot of the people who watch me want to start an agency, social media agency, or they have already started one. Especially with an agency, even if you screw up really bad in terms of your service delivery, or you're not super professional with the client, you can always just refund people. So for example, today I was talking to a potential coaching client of mine, and he mentioned me all these limiting beliefs that he had, and all these different small stuff that he worried about, so are there any people who will be interested in my service in this niche? Or is this still working if it worked 4 years ago? Or how do I do contracts? Or what's the best outreach method? And all these little stuff, which is, yes, it's important, but in the beginning all you should be focusing on is just getting your first few clients. And the way to do that is to do outreach all day long, and also to find good contractors who can deliver the work for you if you're not an expert at the service you're providing yet. So this is my small rant for today. Guys, please don't wait until all the stars align, because they are never going to align perfectly. And I know this is something that just blocks so many people from actually getting started and getting their feet wet. And here's the thing, I know in the beginning when I first got started, I didn't know shit, and I didn't know what direction I should go in, and what steps should I take after I first get started. But the cool thing is, as you go on this journey of entrepreneurship and learning and self-development, you will eventually start seeing the next step, always. And obviously, it's nothing is black and white, and it's never easy. But you can only see the next step once you, already had a step. So I really hope you enjoy this, guys. And honestly, my best advice would be to just get started if you want to get started, because here's the deal, just like I said, if you are, for example, running an agency, or you want to run an agency, the only way you're going to get a client is if you start doing outreach. and you need to do that aggressively. But you're probably still not going to get your first client within the first week or for the first 2 weeks. So, as you're doing your outreach, if you are still new to the business model, you can still do research on the side and you can still study about all the different small parts of the business. But you need to make sure that you start taking action, because the reason I'm making this video is because it just hurts me how many people are messaging me on my Instagram and in the comments as well, oh Vince, how do I get started, or what do you do? Guys, just be creative and use Google. Literally this thing here, Google, it's so freaking powerful. You have access to the words, all the knowledge in the word within just a few seconds, and most people are so lazy or just dumb that they can't even just write the question they have in their mind into their search bar and search for it, because you can literally get all the answers within a few minutes. So all you need to do is to just start taking action and actually get started. So I know this was a little bit of a rant or not super technical stuff, but honestly, it just hurts me how many people are staying in the beginning line and they are just not taking any action because they are afraid of what's going to happen at step 10. I have no idea how to do that small stuff that's going to happen in the future, but you don't even take the first step to get to that place eventually. So just get started, even if you don't know everything, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Hope you enjoyed this quick little rant kind of video. Make sure to drop a like on it and subscribe to the channel for more content like this, and I will see you guys tomorrow.